don't worry. Provisionally, I'm back. I've got stuff to show you, so here we are. So today is day one of mine and Adam's road trip to Germany and around Germany. So 10 days, about 2,500 miles all up. We're taking our Jensens Heelys. His is 1972, is a Mark 1. Mine's 1974 and some sort of Frankenstein's monster. And yeah, so this is it. This is the start of day one. I've just come down to pick Adam up. We've finished work. Whoa! It's I've just got to his about 6 o'clock and we've just set off. So this is it. We're heading down to Dover where we're going to stay the night first in a campsite, and then we're going to hit the ferry 6 a.m. in the morning to 8 o'clock, and then we're going to hit Europe proper tomorrow. So that's where we're at. My gearbox is making a funny noise, so I've got a spare gearbox with me, of course. And yeah, there's loads of stuff. We've got loads of stuff. The cars aren't great, to be honest. We've done a lot of work to get them up to standard, but they're still not great. So I'll catch you in a bit when we get further on down the road. Oh, and before I forget, you know the drill. Pause this now, go and get the kettle on, and I'll catch you in a bit. So we're on day two. Oh my god. Rather than going through France, avoiding the tolls, we've gone through Belgium, down, we're going to go through, we haven't quite hit Luxembourg just yet, and then into Germany that way. Our destination for the end of today is Pforzheim. You might think I'm squinting because I'm trying to look cool. Incorrect. I have an exhaust leak and my eyes are streaming. So that's how it's going so far. Apart from that, no dramas with the car at all. We did fill up when we hit France, and it was €2 a litre. Not cool, but we're getting on it. We're getting through it as best we can. We're going to stop off in a minute for another wee. We're going to be quite late. We wanted to try and get to Pforzheim before 5 o'clock. It looks like we'll be lucky to get there before 6. So that's where we are. Oh god. So yeah, I'll see you at the next stop.
Thieving bastard yobbos. Hello, good morning. So we made it to Langenbrand near Schomburg. It's just south of Pforzheim. And we made it to the campsite, set up. It's all nice. Views are lovely. Campsite's absolutely fantastic. We're very lucky to find it, really. So I haven't explained the premise. Basically, we booked the ferries out and back. We took a week off work and we got a couple of tents, camping gear and some lagers and food, and no plan. The plan is no plan. It's going pretty well so far, considering. Yesterday was a long old drive. We started off at 5 o'clock in the morning from Dover, got the 6 o'clock ferry, and then we got here just before they closed at 7 o'clock last night. Yeah, it was pretty long old slog. And today is going to be maintenance, because my eyes were like two absolute mummified testicles last night. And I managed to find the problem. If you can see, that is the exhaust gasket for one of the exhaust ports, which is for this one exactly. Sorry if it's a little bit dark. But that was blowing out of there. I could feel it coming out of the side, so I thought it's a bit weird. So I stuck a bit of gum gum on there.
Dum Dum,
Yes?
you give me gum gum.
I give you gum gum?
You do Dum Dum, you give me gum gum.
There, a bit of exhaust paste, and that didn't sort the problem. And then of course it's never going to sort the problem, because it doesn't matter how tight I bolt that down, it's not going to seal. So luckily I brought a few spare of these, so I've stuck one in. I'm just going to tighten that back up, so hopefully my eyes should be a little bit better. What else have we got today? Say hello, Adam.
Oh, hey.
Hello. So we've got a few little bits and bobs. Adam's just found a little bit of hard standing there just to jack the back of his car up. He's got a bit of play in his UJ on the prop shaft, so he's got a new one of those, just a couple of circlips, so we're going to swap that out as well. What else? There's a load of little jobs to do. So today is going to be a maintenance day. We're going to go and have a look at the local area, although it is a Sunday, nothing's open. But we'll go and have a look around the locale. There's a few little villages around here, because we're right at the top of the north edge of the Black Forest, which was the main focal point of the journey, really. We wanted to see the Black Forest. Neither of us have been. So that's the plan. Today, chill the beans, do some work on the car, go and have a look around the local area, and then maybe a little bit of a drive out later. And then tomorrow start in earnest. The plan, roughly, is to go south through the Black Forest, probably spend a couple of days here, come out of the bottom of it near the southern edge, and then there's a lake just on the border between Germany and Switzerland on that southern edge. And the plan is to stay there for a day, and then from that point we were going to shoot across, hit the autobahn across to Munich. We were going to stay there for a couple of days. Excuse me. And then from there we were going to use that as a base to hit out and go and see like the Eagle's Nest and go and see a few different bits and bobs. But we're not sure now. We've got this far. We're definitely going to do the Black Forest, I mean, regardless, and then come out the southern edge and see that lake. But from there, we're going to flip a bit of a coin and see where it takes us. We don't have to come back. We're not coming back until next Sunday, so we've got absolute days. So we've got a full week now. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. That's what we're doing today. And yeah. It's bloody great, although it was a fucking stonker of a drive yesterday. Holy moly, yeah, I don't want to do that again. So the next job, which I noticed when I was putting the exhaust back on, is there's a leak on the rocker cover gasket. And then I was having a look at it and it's not looking very good, really. So I've took it off. I'm going to clean it up, and then I've got some Super Eterno Never Come Off gum. I mean, it says specially formulated on it, so I mean it's got to be good, you know what I mean? And just glue it back on. I mean, what else am I going to do? Also, Adam's got his prop shaft off, and if you show him, we'll have a look at the wear actually in the joint.
So in the end, that goes onto the back axle. It's, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Wait,
You can hear it.
Not ideal, particularly if we're going to be flooring it at about 120 mile an hour in the next couple of days.
Quite.
The other end, not as bad. Still a little bit of play, but as I've got both UJs here, let's just replace them. Peace of mind.
Peace of mind indeed. So yeah, like I said, we've got a few jobs to get through, but
And then there are bushes.
those are the ones we're on. Oh yeah, and the rear trailing arm bushes as well.
Yeah, they're gone, they're knackered. Rubber ones, or the new ones, no. We got that and 50-50.
Maximum pissed.
What could go wrong?
Everything. There goes a very drunk man. With confidence.
Yesterday, we had a piece of cheese and it was very good.
Terrible camera skills. Hello. So we're just west of a town called Bad Wild Bad. It's quite a nice town. It wasn't that bad at all, to be honest. And we're just west of it on a peak called Baumweitfels Sapad. I can't remember, but we're about to go up this massive slide. It's like a huge concrete and steel, no, it's not, huge wooden and steel structure that they've built on the top of this feature in this woodland. And it's massive. I think it's about 1,000 foot high. And the most important part is there's a slide back down. We're just big kids. So yeah, of course we were going to stop and go on that. So this is day 2. No, day 2. We had a maintenance day, you might have seen. Day 3, I think this is, where we're now travelling south through the Black Forest. And we're going to head down south to the southern coast where there's a big lake where we're going to stay. We're probably going to stay there for a couple of days actually, and then work out from there up and down the Black Forest and go and explore really. And then from there we've not got much of a plan. Our original plan was to, well, we had loads planned, but we sort of rodded it off now and we're just sort of doing it as we go, whatever tickles a fancy.
Of course. How selfish of me. Let's do all the things that you want to do.
So earlier, we didn't record, but whilst we were in Bad Wild Bad, it's hard to say with a mouthful, there was some historic heated baths, but we didn't bother going in there because it was like 20 quid a go. But we did find some public baths, which were outdoor heated public baths and a sauna as well. Here is a very overly photoshopped picture of the baths. It was like €12 for each of us, and everything was free to use, so that was really good. We had a quick dip in that, a couple of lengths, and we could climb up this, and then yeah, we'll get on the road. So let's go and climb this thing. You can see the town down there. Look.
We're here.
Yeah.
That's a really, really big slide.
The massive slide. Let's have a look over the... Not even halfway up yet. Nearly there. It is. Yeah. It's quite a long way down there. Bloody hell. Way above the tree line now. Well, yeah, that's pretty high. Hello. How did you enjoy the slide?
The slide was awesome.
It was proper tall, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
I wasn't-
I'm very glad we went and did that.
I wasn't expecting it to be so high. It was massive.
Yes. And also you get to sound like Woody the Woodpecker coming down.
Right, do some driving now, I suppose.
Oh yes.
Very good.
Oh yes.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Go on, do a burnout, mate. Do a burnout.
So we're here on the Bodensee, on the southern edge. You can just see the water through there. And, the distributor kept popping off on the motorway yesterday, so I've had to just, the clips kept on coming off either side. So I've just cable tied them on so it physically can't pop off. But there you go. After you. Oh, so we've just been up. Oh, where are we now? I can't pronounce it, but it was a big old waterfall. I'll put it on the screen now. I'm sure you'll. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. So we're just heading back now. Where we're camping at the minute, which is on the Bodensee, is great, but it's a couple of hours away from where we actually want to be. So we're on our way back now. We're going to scope out some camping sites around somewhere called Tittersee. It's a smaller lake, but it's just closer. It's just inside the Black Forest. So that's the plan. We're going to go and scope that out, have a quick look, and then if it looks pretty decent, first thing in the morning we'll pack everything up where we are at the Bodensee, and then we'll come this way more. Because, oh guys, if you want an enjoyable drive, turn motorways off. Go into your menu and flick the thing, tick the thing, motorways off, banging. You see so many small little towns and villages and beautiful routes. I know I can say that because I'm in Germany, but I mean in any drive, you know, driving anywhere. The motorway, yeah, you can go fast, but fuck, it's boring. If you've got the time, I would highly recommend it. It's the busiest I've ever seen the roads. Yeah, and that's another upside, is that because everyone's on the motorway, the roads are really, yeah, they're not, this is as busy as it's been all day. Come here.
Thank you. What do you had your dinner? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you start the day.
Hello. So, this is Wednesday. Filming's been on and off. We've sort of just been living in the moment and driving around. Oh God, some beautiful routes. There's some single lane, like they're almost like byways up through the field. Oh, they're banging. I'll see if I can get some, record some today. Anyway, so we've just spent 2 days, well 2 nights at the Bowden Sea near Bodman, and now we're, come on, let's go, let's get around this fucking lorry. Sorry, trying to overtake this lorry. So, and now we're heading back in towards the Black Forest, towards Titsy, because, come on guys, because there's another lake there, and we found a beautiful camping spot just near that lake. So we're going to head back that way, get set up today, get all the stuff out of the cars, and then we're going to go and hit the autobahn later on. So I think it's autobahn number 5, Mambo number 5 we're calling it. So we're going to give Mambo number 5 a go today, and then see if I'm brave enough to get a top speed out of this bloody thing, because it's yeah, there's still wobbles and noises and oh yeah, whatever. So we'll camp up, set the tent up. I can get this spare gearbox out the passenger seat. We'll go and have a go on the autobahn for a bit. We'll take that north, and then once we're sick of that, we'll turn off and we'll come into the Black Forest, turn motorways off, and then we'll wangle our way back down south, back to where the campsite is. So yeah, that's the plan today. The weather is glorious. It's the best day of the week. Looking at the weather-wise, oh, the roads are fantastic. If you want a holiday, come to the Black Forest. Honestly, it's beautiful. I can't stress it enough. Anyway, so that's the plan for today. We need to do a little bit of work on the car. I managed to change the boot lock out. I want to try and do the door locks as well, because at the minute you basically sneeze on them and the door opens. So yeah, that's about it. No plans, and that's the glory of this. We're doing it day by day. We've got tents, camping equipment. It doesn't matter how we do it. Yeah, love it. It's the best way to do things. Anyway, I'll let you get on with it, and I'll crack on with this drive.
Now watch this drive.
So we've just got off the autobahn. We got on about Freiburg and we went north up autobahn 5 and clocked about 113 miles an hour, 112, 113. Absolutely fantastic. And the best part, no dramas whatsoever. The only problem I had was speeding up. It was about, when I got between 75 and 85, there's a wobble. It feels like maybe the prop shaft, I don't know. But once you get past 85 and hit to about 90, the whole thing starts to glide. Yeah, it was fucking banging. Best part of the holiday so far, and now I can safely say I don't have to do it now, because although the coolest, I need to put new underpants on. So I think now we're going to hit a scenic route back down to Titsy campsite and grab some beers and chill the beans. See you in a bit.
Hi. I don't know, I'm driving through now and it's getting me. I wish I could explain. I wish I could convey over camera, over the screen, how this makes me feel. And the feeling of doing something like this, right? I'm driving thousands of miles across Europe to, well, not across Europe, but into another country, Germany. And we're driving through this ancient forest, the Black Forest, thousands of years old. Thousands of years. I can't stress enough, the countryside is beautiful. Look at it behind me, look at it. And the country, the civilization, the society, it's steeped in history. And I'm hurtling through it in a 50-year-old car that I've built myself with a little bit of help. Held together with self-tappers and sticky tape and all sorts. And I can't, it's an entirely different feeling. And I'm not doing this for anything, you know, I'm doing this for myself. You know, after, and I mean, I've done some, I've done some stuff, okay? I spent almost 12 years of my life in the army, in the airborne forces, British Army. And before that, I spent some time in a motorcycle gang called the Dead Man's Hand, right? Near Wolverhampton for a short period of time. That was about 10 years ago. I've been on national telly, I've done all... Look, what I'm trying to say is that I've done some pretty cool stuff, right? And I mean, this is up there. This is fucking cool. To be, after all that time, especially to serve for such a long time, to now leave that and be able to live life for myself, there's no other feeling like it, man. It's wonderful. I mean, just look at this countryside. If I was to do this drive, and I mean, I know there's guys of you that you'll be watching this and you'll be like, fuck, it's just driving, it must be boring. If I was doing this in my old car, my Audi, yes, it would be boring. I'd be falling asleep. But there's something else about it in a car that you've made and that you maintain. And if something goes wrong, you can fix it. It's more of an adventure than anything else. I can't stress it enough, and I can't try and make myself more of an advocate for it. You have to try this. If you are dreaming of doing this, if you want to get into this hobby, if you want to discover this passion, you've got to get yourself a classic car, man. Like, all right, even the fuel consumption, it's not that bad. All right, yeah, it's more than a modern car, but mine's a 3.5 litre V8, right? And it's about 30 miles to the gallon, and that's not bad considering. You've got to get yourself a classic car. If you want to get into this, you've got to start somewhere. Go and find yourself a cheap classic car, a doer-upper, a little project. Right? And don't just buy it and drive it. Learn about it. Learn about the history of these things. Learn about how they were made, by who they were made, and all the strikes and that at the time in Britain. You've got to do it. I just can't get it across on camera how wonderful this is. It's such an adventure. You've got to get out there and do it, man. I mean, you don't have to come all the way to Germany to the Black Forest. You could do it through UK. Pick a weekend a month, or weekend every couple of months. Pick somewhere on the map you've never been even if you don't own a classic car, get in your car and get out there. Take a tent. Find these places. You don't have to travel across the world. There's so many hidden gems in our own country, you know? God, I'm pretty sunburned, aren't I? Bloody hell. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Just enjoy the scenery, right? I'll drive, you look. Bloody beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking.
Development. Starter motor's dying. Next problem. Oh yeah, gearbox.
What having for tea, Adam?
Liquid diet now.
Liquid diet.
And the burgers, of course.
And burgers, obviously, for sustenance. Look at the view, man. Absolutely bangage.
Banging. So after the autobahn top speed attempt, I had a lot of valve train noise coming from my engine. So you can see here, I've took the carb off, take the intake off. I'm going to take that rocker assembly off, and so I can get at the tappets, the hydraulic lifters, and take them apart, clean them out, and put them back in. There was only 2 that were ticking, so I've done that, put it all back together, and then fired it up in the campsite. Well, I couldn't run it for too long because the campsite owners were giving me a bit of a side eye, but everything went well.
Yeah, right, we'll try and fire it off now.
Coolant, radius cap off. To bleed the radiator. How much have we got?
You've got some water.
I do. Would you like some?
Yes, please.
Stick it at the top.
Because we've got no rocker covers on.
Yes, I was going to say.
Okay, well. Continue.
I do. I think run it now.
That'll do, pig. I've got some stuff I need to do first. Good point. Yeah, so they will sound clicky-clacky for a while because there's not much oil that we'll have to wait for those tappets to pump up. But once they're pumped up, hopefully then there should be no fucking noise. Alright, go on.
Right, ready?
Okay.
Yes, you can hear what I can hear. That's horrendous valve train noise. But because I cleaned those 2 lifters out, they were pretty much bone dry, and it took a while for us to get them to build up oil pressure. Now, we did turn the engine over previously. I cut it from the video just because it was a bit of a pointless thing to leave in. We did turn it over, disconnect the battery and crimp the fuel line, and turn the engine over for a while, for a few minutes, and still didn't build enough oil pressure. So we were running the engine, and we started, between you and me, started pissing everyone off in the campsite. So it got to the point where it was like, look, let's just go, we'll take it for a drive. And we went out for a drive to the locale, down to the town, Tissy, the main town, did some touristy bit, and by the time we'd got into the town, the clacking had completely gone and the engine had never sounded as smooth. So I was very pleased. It was worth doing it just for the peace of mind, because we were halfway through the holiday, you know, and yeah, it needed doing. I thought, well, I don't want to leave it and for it to be something mental. So it was good. It was worth it to open it up and have a look, because the cam was great, the bottom of the lifters was perfect. All it was just a bit of muck and a couple of lifters. So yeah, well worth the time spending the morning doing it.
Good morning. So it's the Thursday, I think, or Friday.
I'm going to start heading back up north. I'm going to go to one of the first ones we stopped at, Hoeing Campingplatz. I can't remember, but it's near Pforzheim. And then just stay there tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to drive towards Calais and stay there for the night. And then we've got the ferry Sunday morning into UK about 10 o'clock. So that's a crack. That's the plan. So today really is the last day of driving through the Black Forest before we start making our way back home. And it's supposed to rain all day. So it's pretty miserable today. So we're going to try and pack up, get everything sorted sooner rather than later. It's not getting any better today. We're going to try and head north and get away out of this rain. It's supposed to be quite nice further up north, and it's different scenery as well. You're still in the forest, still like a 2-hour drive away, but you're still within the Black Forest. There's like small towns and villages dotted in the forest, and then there's like single roads between them. Quite nice, different sort of scenic route drives, I suppose. So we're going to get up there sooner rather than later, and then set back up at the campsite we're going to. And then yeah, probably go out for a little drive this afternoon before getting ready for the journey back tomorrow. So I mean, we've got quite a few beers to drink, so we need to get rid of them tomorrow night. Oh, happy Friday. Oh, and something else I'm pretty fucking pissed off about. Like, something got into my awning last night and had off with all the bloody sugar. Had off with the tea bags, but luckily left me a handful. Decent chap. And I had a couple of packs of noodles, a couple of bits and bobs, and yeah, it's all been fucking... I don't know what it is, don't know what animal it is. So yeah, a bit annoyed with that, but at least he left the tea bags. Decent chap.
Hello.
Good evening. Go back to your own country.
So the rain's buggered off. I think now we're driving further up north, the sun's back out again, so that's pretty good. Car's running much better. Yeah, I think when I get home at some point I'll have to take all those tappets out and give them a good clean. Lifters, not tappets, as Dan corrected. I've got a coolant leak, so I need to sort that out when we get to the next place. It's only on the top radiator hose though, so yeah, lost a little bit of coolant last night. Topped it up with normal water, seems to be alright, but I'll have another look at that when we get there. Yeah, we're the locals are so strange. I mean, it's a completely different society, you know, it's a completely different culture. But I can't stress the architecture, the buildings are breathtaking. What else are we doing today? Not much else today, really. We're going to try and get to the next campsite in good order, sharpish, really, so that we can set the tents up and dry them out, because everything's soaking. Get a bit of a washing line on the go as well. going down, by the way. You probably ran out by now.
Nice.
If you like, you can pause and go and get yourself another one. It's not too far near the end now. I will welcome back. We're on our way home now. We're on the home leg. It's going to be about 400 miles to Calais, and then from Dover it's going to be about 300-ish miles home. And I wanted to just backtrack a little bit and talk about the cost again, because there was a little bit I forgot. The biggest outgoing was fuel, accommodation and food. Those are the only three really. Food we kept to a minimum by buying food locally and cooking it ourselves. The accommodation we kept minimal, kept down due to what's going on here? Due to taking tents and finding campsites. Wonderful. And then the third was the fuel. Now at the time when we planned this, which was a few months ago now, the fuel was not €2 a litre. It was significantly cheaper. So we had big plans to go like Munich and push further west into sort of southern West Germany, which we unfortunately had to curtail a little bit due to our oversight on the price of fuel. We got into France and it was €2 a litre, and we were chatting to a fuel attendant and he was showing us how much it was beforehand. It was like €2.20, €2.30 a litre until the government stepped in and capped it all at €2 a litre. Like, bloody hell. So, I mean, we think it's expensive at home. Shit. And campsites. We avoided almost entirely cities, towns, built-up areas. We would drive through them and stop and have a look, you know. But we wouldn't spend much time there because A, parking fines and paying for parking is not cheap, and there's loads of it. They love charging you for going for a wee, so whenever you get the chance, have a wee wherever you can, right? I'll tell you how to save money by having a wee. Anyway, that was cool. Willie's cheap, just went past. And then on the campsites, avoid touristy areas. Go to touristy areas to see the touristy stuff, but don't stay there. Find a campsite elsewhere, nice and secluded. And again, the one we went back to was one in Forsheim, Hohen Campingplatz. I can't remember now. I'll put it in the description. Very lovely. I think for us, 2 cars, 2 guys, 2 small tents, it was €26 a night. Everything. But some of the last couple that we stayed, it was like 40, 50 euros a night. It was a lot. So yeah, shop around. So yeah, we're on the way home now. God, the scenery's beautiful. And I've still got, you'll be glad to know, and I haven't mentioned this the whole video really, or the whole holiday, because I didn't really want to jinx it. And it's the journey home now. I don't really want to jinx it now, but I'll show you quickly. I didn't need the spare gearbox. So the gearbox I've got is held on quite nicely. It's done very well. It's still making a horrible whining noise, but I'll swap it over when I get round to it. So, and I also don't want to jinx it, but up until now, the only mechanical problems that we've had are I had a couple of sticky lifters, which you saw on that time lapse, us me taking blowing the engine, taking the engine to pieces in a bloody campsite, which they were all right with, to be honest. And the only other problem I had was now my starter motor has died completely. So you saw earlier, yeah, it was struggling, and well, it's completely kaput now. So we have to bump start this, push it, and then bump it to start it, which is going to be interesting, trying to get off of the Channel Ferry. Not really thought about that yet, but we'll work it out. I hope there's a ramp off, because if there is, we'll just push it, and then, I mean, worst case, I've got a rope. God damn. Anyway, so So that's where I'm at with that. So fueling and stuff, I just don't turn the engine off. The engine's going to be on the whole journey back pretty much. Which also means really once I get into the UK I can't stop, because Adam will once we separate I can't stop then, because I can't go for a wee, I can't do anything because the engine will be running. I can't leave the keys in the car. I'll come back and I'll be bloody gone. So I'll have to swamp myself or try and plan my toilet trips accordingly, I think. Anyway, we're about to go through a tunnel now. I'll wait for this actually. Oh yeah, I love the tunnels. Loads of tunnels. I haven't got any footage of us doing tunnels yet, but tunnels everywhere, banging. Oh, it's only a half tunnel. Still, it's quite cool. So yeah, I mean, overall holiday, it's been really good. It's been really good. A little bit longer than I would have liked, I think. We'll give it a fucking yeah. Little bit long. Oh yeah, we're in a proper tunnel now, but yeah, a little bit longer than I would have hoped for. And yeah, I think it was a little bit longer because we went from Friday night, hit Calais to Saturday. Basically, the whole of Saturday was a travel day, really. Yeah, I think because we were out for like 8-9 days. I think 7 days was enough, really. And it was a lot of driving. I can't whinge, it's a driving holiday. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the journey home. I've been babbling for too long. And I'll catch up with you probably when we're closer to the ferry or when we do a petrol stop. See you in a bit. Oh, it's on the outside. No, it's not. No. Oh, bollocks. Well, is it one way?
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Right. Come on, baby. After the... Hang on. Go on. Nah. Oh, just trying. Come on, machine. Yes. Adam's just walked off fume boats. He's been able to push me for about 3 days now. It's either that or both of us pushing and me jumping in at the last minute, but because the car's so low. Hello. He's absolutely hooped. Right. And the obligatory wait. Nah. Thought I recognised him. Okay, go on. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh. See you later, mate. Yeah, man. Right. Home soil. Bloody hell. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Seatbelt on. That's it. It's the final goodbye. I see you, Adam. Drive safe. And now I'll start the journey home. I've got about 5 hours. Oh, I need to stop for fuel immediately, holy moly. And I'll have to leave the engine running, holy moly. The adventure continues. Hello. Right, so that's that. Oh, home. That took a while, so that was easily the longest couple of days ever. I still haven't worked out the cost of it yet, but all up, it's been around 700 quid. I haven't worked out the finite bits. That's not inclusive of the ferry tickets there and back. But if you book them well in advance, they're about 60 quid each way, which is really good. Most expensive part, by far, was fuel. We think it's expensive here. Out of the 6 countries we travelled through, the cheapest, by a long way, is here, by almost 40p average. So yeah, it's a lot cheaper here right now. In France, it was like £2, well, €2.30 not too long ago, and the government had to cap it at €2 because everyone was absolutely kicking off, understandably, yes. So yeah, I'll think twice before whinging about the price of fuel here. It's not actually that bad. It's extortionate, but it's not actually bad. So we had to curtail the journey a little bit. We had to change it round because the plan was to go like Munich and then further west, like southwest Germany, but we just couldn't justify it. It was going to be too much driving, and we just couldn't justify the cost. Didn't have the fucking money for a start. So that's what we did. We just decided to play around the Black Forest. Went a bit more southeast, sort of like central south Germany, I suppose. I can't remember the name of that lake. It was good. It was good. There was a few different lakes. Absolutely beautiful. If anyone's interested, I can post the route and post where we stayed. If anyone's interested at all. But yeah, fantastic scenery, beautiful part of the world. And then we finished it in Dunkirk, which was a fantastic, very impromptu. It's the glory of being able to take your car and just, you can make it up as you go along. That's the best part of the whole week, was just, if you didn't fancy doing something, it was like, well, we'll go and do something else, or we'll just chill out, or we'll drive here, what's that? There's a high point over there, let's drive there. There's a waterfall there, let's drive there. Really cool, really cool. And yeah, we stopped in Dunkirk, which was lovely. And we weren't gonna. We stopped off for a wee, and then we were like, "Well, we're going past Dunkirk. Let's go and have a look," you know. That turned into, well, we'll stay the night here because we're only halfway from Calais, and ferries in the morning. And then I didn't video any of it because it was a little bit awkward. But we were having a drink on the beach, finishing the last of them German beers. Massive headache. Anyway, and loads of people came onto the beach, like raving and that, loads of music, fucking glue sticks and fucking yeah, it was mega. And they were all going to a rave in Dunkirk, but they come to the beach first to pre-drink. I don't know. Anyway, they thought we were a couple of homeless blokes, and they invited us over, so we drank with them until, oh God, I don't even know what time it was. Adam was the sensible adult in that situation. I was pretty pissed. Yeah, I was absolutely bladdered. And so I was rough all day today. Thank God we had the ferry first. So,
that concludes Germany, really. 2,150 odd miles. I'll get exact numbers, I'll stick them in the comments down below, in the description. So what next? I mean, it's hard to top that. The only dramas I had with the car, really, all right, yeah, the starter motor's completely gone. Starter motor's knackered, so I'll have to do that. But apart from that, I should never have doubted it. So my plan is to park the Jensen back down at my little unit for now, and just park it for now. All right, I'm not even going to change your brake pads, nothing, although I need to get through all of that. I'm going to park it and leave it for now. And I'm going to turn my attention to the van because it needs it. And over winter, I'm going to dig into that because there's loads of rust that needs sorted before I go anywhere else. So it needs the rust cutting out and new stuff putting in, and it needs a lick of paint on the outside. And once I've done that, then I can dig into that then. Once that's fine, once that's good, I'll move back onto the car. Still no reply off the DVLA reference decimeter, which is a bit of a blow, to be honest. I'm going to keep emailing them, but rest assured that will either, once I've lost momentum with it now, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but I'll either sell that as it is when I get the documentation back, or I'll crack on with it. We'll see. Get something else maybe, who knows. So yeah, the next few videos will be on the bus, on the VW T25, the Vanagon T3. So thank you very much for watching. Must have been the biggest cup of tea of your life. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, I suppose. See you later. Oh, right, I need to put a bloody wash on. It's all fucking stinking. I'm stinking. I need to wash me.